The woods can be dense for our acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello, peoples. Hello, peoples. Today, we're going to talk about time. Time. That's my chicken pie. Get it, kitty. That's my chicken pie. Nah. You guys didn't know I could do that, did you? Yeah. I can actually do several South Park characters. Not that hard. That's hard. Yeah. What is that? Ever since my grandchild came over, I keep finding weird stuff on me. So, just waiting. Sitting here waiting for people. See if friends show up. Fun stuff, you know. Looks like we got some people showing up. Oh, that's kind of cool. It does it on there now. And it's from the Daily Trudge. Oh, I did not know that it does that for me now. Now I can track people. All right. So whoever is watching from the Daily Trudge, right? So now I can go to the Daily Trudge, right? And maybe I'm just wasting time until we get the 3-minute mark. No, it doesn't tell me. So that doesn't work. Oh, I have captions. I did not know that. I have captions. Okay. All right. Well, cool. Well, I'm sure the one person on here probably doesn't appreciate. So. So everybody take a deep breath. All right. Let's take a deep breath. Don't mind the dog. Don't mind the dog. Shut that dog up, please. Give her a treat. All right. They're out there. We're trying to keep the dog. Here's your boo. She's deaf. She has no idea. And she's just, she doesn't even, I don't even know if she knows that she's barking. Right. So, but this is kind of cool. Yeah. One from my page, one from Raw Recovery, and one from the Daily Trudge. That's kind of cool. Okay. Anyway, I just found a new toy. I'm playing with it. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. We're going to talk about time. Please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Time is a fickle maiden. It's weird. It tricks us into things. It makes us think we're doing things that we may not be doing. And the reason this is coming up is I had a friend in a meeting was talking about, I count my days, and I get to that 60 days and I relapse. I get to my 6 months and I relapse. There's indications here and there, and they're telling us what they are. See, any kind of emotion that we alcoholics have once we get sober is dangerous. Any emotion. Probably the worst emotion when you first get sober is happiness. Ooh, happiness. Ow! All right. I didn't hurt as bad as it sounded. I kind of did. It kind of did, though. Man, what happens when we get happy? What happens when we have success in our lives? Well, let's think about it. We read these stories all the time, or we talk about people. Yeah, things were going really well, and I just wasn't thinking, and suddenly he's pouring whiskey into his milk while he's having his sandwich because he thinks that this is a good idea. That your brain seems to, oh, you know what? We've had a success. Guess what it's time to do? Celebrate. And how do we celebrate? With booze. We celebrate, or maybe your ism is different. Maybe you celebrate with food, right? Easier, softer way. Oh, we did the work. We did the work. Well, look at us. We deserve something, right? Don't we kind of feel that way? I did. I did. I did. Felt like I deserved something. Yeah, milk. Yeah. What is it with milk and whiskey? Yeah. Ugh. Alcohol already tastes bad. Don't have milk. There's some like Colorado Bulldog where you just put like a splash in, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad if you drink it fast. You still get the same fucking effect. I can tell you this now, though. If milk was the only way that I could have drank my alcohol, I would have. I would have done it. You bet. You bet. So, and I can don't get me wrong, because I can appreciate these apps that are out that help us out, that help us count our days. It helps us do certain things, but sometimes counting days is bad for us. Okay. And I got so tired. I'm going to tell you something. I got so tired of writing my sobriety date in pencil. And you know exactly what I'm saying. I don't need to really discuss more on that, do I? No, I don't. Because you know what I'm saying. Why do we write? Why? Because we didn't trust ourselves. I think I have a date in this. It's not correct. It's not my sobriety date. I think I have a date in here. No. Oh, no. I didn't put a date in this book because this was the book that I used where I wasn't counting anymore. So at one point, I decided, you know what? Fuck it. Who cares how much time I have? I need to stay sober. I need to stay sober. So my wife was kind enough to help me out with this. And she memorized my sobriety date. And it was really hard because she did, okay, you have 30 days. And I would avoid the date all day. I would avoid to see what the date was because I didn't want my brain to have a chance to do the math because I didn't trust me. What's up, brother? Good to see you, John. And my mind stopped focusing on that. The things that we get in the program, are 30, 60, 90 days. These are accolades. These are things that are encouraged, that are supposed to be encouraging. Okay. But our brain is always looking for the easier software. It doesn't want to have to figure it out. Okay. It's going to be lazy by nature. Your brain is going to try and figure out the easiest way from point A to point B. And you cannot listen to it. That's when you got to say, hey, that's not how we do things around here. Okay? We trudge around here. We do things. Trudging is an action. And there's got to be action in your life. So what is it that's going on? Okay, I'll tell you what's happening. You're dealing with something beyond your control. It's out of your control. You have no power over it. Why did you slip? Because you're an alcoholic. There's no other reason. Because you're an alcoholic. Because your brain was trying to figure something out. That doesn't make you a bad person. That's why we call it a slip. that means it's not a huge deal. But then, and then here comes the thing, changing our date. Oh no. Okay. To me, there's no difference between the newcomer and a person with 35 years sobriety. You're the same to me. You're the same. I know plenty of people with lots of sobriety that are fucking miserable. Okay? I had to tell you something. Time just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay? Time does not equal success. Time does not equal success. It's a gauge. Okay? I am very big on celebrating my birthday on that day, and that is it. That's it. Because it is only for that day. I understand some group, like at my home group, they like to celebrate for a week. No, I don't need that. I got my one day. I don't celebrate my belly button birthday for a week. Why do I need something extra special? Right? Yeah. Amber's pulling out some Steve Miller band there. Miller, whoop, whoop. Millers are the new Smiths, man. Did you know that? Did you know that I am the first Miller of my line? Yep. I am the first Miller of my line. My son is the second. So there. Take that. All right. The other thing with time is, well, really is that determination, right? It comes down to, well, that person has that much time, and this person has that much time, and therefore this, let's say, the 60 days in order to co-host, for our meeting. I personally think that's bullshit. Chairing, yes, it's a little different. Okay, because it's about keeping it safe, right? And you need a little bit of experience with that first 60 days, right? By that time, you should have gotten to your third step. It's not about time. It's about the steps. It's not about time. It's about the steps. I would much rather have 30 days of sobriety and be happy than 20 years of sobriety and be miserable. I'd much rather have that. So, time is neither your enemy nor is it your friend. Time is just a fact. That's all it is. It's so that we can determine one day to the next. That's it. It doesn't need to be more than that. So, should we be happy when we get our 30 days? Yes, but you best go to a fucking meeting. Did you pick up your chip first? Okay, next time go pick up your chip first. Then decide whether you want to drink. Then decide. Give yourself that much. You came that far. Okay, I tell what your brain did. Oh, 60 days, that's nothing. But when you're in the meetings, it's forever. Or when you're talking to somebody else. I've been sober for 60 days now. You just don't care. 60 days isn't enough time for them. Nope, it's not. For us, 30 days is a gosh darn miracle. It is. It's a miracle. But not everybody's going to perceive it that way. Will they see that as a miracle? They might. That depends on the person. But does that mean you're trustworthy yet? Fuck no. No, you're not. Mm-mm. It takes years to get rid of these habits. And I don't want you to think, well, it takes 21 days to form a habit. Or no. For normal people. But we're not normal people. We're extremists. So therefore, we took something that was addictive and we went to the extreme with it. So if you think 21 days is going to be enough for you to break a certain habit, you, my friend, are incorrect. It is so ingrained in you that one day you'll tell a lie. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And you're going to do it. What you do with it is what matters. Okay? So anyway, back to that time portion. Okay? You cannot expect your life to clear up in 6 months after 20 years of drinking, or even 5 years of drinking is a long time. Did you know that? 2 years of continuous drinking is a long time for anybody. It's unhealthy. Alcohol is just not good for you. They were incorrect. 2 glasses of wine each day does not do you any good. I'll tell you what it gets you. Alcoholism. It's going to get you trauma. It's going to give you things that you did not want in your life. Right? Wow. 6 people from the Daily Trudge. Well, I know where everybody goes. I did not know that. I thought everybody was watching this from my raw recovery, and no, just one. Okay. Looks like we got some more people here too. So I might be doing some repetition here because there's more people here. And if you're here, while I'm talking about this stuff, if you have an experience with this, please bring it up because your experience may be different than mine. And people need to hear that. I'm not here for a right or wrong situation. I'm just here to get the conversation started. Okay. Drinking dreams still bug me. Okay. Drinking dreams. I haven't had a drinking dream in 2 weeks. I had drinking dreams every night. So, drinking dreams. Let's talk about those. Because that does have to do with time. Okay. So, if you're having drinking dreams, it usually indicates a few things. Either you're going through something that your brain hasn't figured out yet. I'll tell you, hi, Patricia, that your brain hasn't figured out yet, right? And it's working through that problem. It's trying to find a solution. And your brain's solution is drinking. So drinking dreams are actually, unless it's PTSD, but in general, drinking dreams are actually a good sign. It means you are probably uncomfortable in your sobriety, and that's a good thing because that means you're growing. It means that you're making progress. That's what drinking dreams actually indicate. They're a good thing. Or it may mean you're too comfortable in your sobriety and you need to do some work. It's going to mean one of those 2 things. Okay? Beyond that, it doesn't mean that you want to drink. That's not what it means. So don't make yourself think that. Okay? When you go to sleep, your subconscious tries to work problems out. That's what it's there for. That is its job. And your subconscious works the best when you are sleeping or when you are distracted. Like if you're watching a movie and you're engrossed in the movie, your subconscious is actually working because you don't need it. It's not doing anything else. So it is actually working on your problems and you don't know it. Right? So drinking dreams are usually a good indication. Okay. It usually means that you're doing something right because your brain don't like it. If your brain don't like it, it's probably the right thing. So let's reiterate a little bit on time and what I was talking about. Is time success? No, not for me. Okay. Made that one day. Okay. My 7th year was in April. It is not April. Okay? It's not April. So, therefore, I'm not celebrating today. What is success? Helping other people is success. Going to meetings. Doing esteemable things. Time is just an indication. Okay? We make time so that we can figure out what we need to do. 365 days. We know what's on where. It's so that we know what we need to do at certain times. Beyond that, okay, I've stayed sober for 7 years. That's great. That's good. What have I done in that time to make the world a better place? What have I done today? What have I done today? Okay. Well, your time is your personal success. So go ahead, pat yourself on the back, but don't break your arm doing it. Okay. That's called claiming spiritual progress. Good job. That's it. It's over. Accept that and move on. Go be in a state of gratitude and spread that around. Go make it better. No, look what I did. Because it doesn't feel right. And then when everybody doesn't come around, you say, oh, good job, good job, good job. Because there was another friend, he had 7 years. It was a month after mine. Everybody was, oh, great job all over the thing. I didn't get any of that. Because I didn't keep celebrating. I don't need it. And I'll tell you why. Because it's a fake compliment. I don't have 7 years that day anymore. I now have 7 years and some days. So what? I don't, that, it doesn't mean anything to me except that I have 7 years. It's just an indication. So think on that. You know, you've been sober that long. Great. A lot of people have. So what? All right. That's what I got on that. And I got some phone calls. So thank you everybody for hanging out with me today. And just remember that your brain, when it comes to happiness, when it comes to being excited, when it comes to the pink cloud, nobody ever talks about the pink cloud anymore. Hold on a second. Guess what tomorrow's going to be about? I bet it's going to be about the pink cloud. If I remember. I may not. I wrote it down one day. I'll see it again. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I love you. Peace out. And have a day. Bye-bye.